Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers and just a brief rant. So, my computer decided that it was going to be all kinds of troublesome over the weekend. As you guys know, I like to front load because I like to sleep on the days that I have to work, right? Well, we wiped the whole computer. It's fine now, obviously. But then, for some reason, Screencastify, but we updated everything and please shoot me, alright? Please shoot me, okay. Me and technology aren't friends, folks. Me and technology are not friends. And I am ashamed to my own Gen X generation that my mom seems to know a few more things about it than I do. She's the boomer age. Send help, alright? And to the disclaimers, of course, as always, if you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused, so you know the drill, folks. Please read the article. Share on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever does actually see through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. Sorry, allergies. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones. Trigger warning 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised. So, where we left off the last time, Sintel, in hearing his testimony, excuse me, JRC's Director of Research, Dr. Blinkush, not only acknowledged that the JRC does not perform functional analysis, but recognized the outside observers would question why they have not. Literally all of planet Earth that works in this field want to know why. Okay? The first foot into the door into any kind of service program or assistance begins it begins with diagnosis. After the diagnosis, the gateway into the different programs and assistance you can get comes through the full functional behavioral assessment. Without that assessment done, guess what? Exactly. If you don't take the steps, you don't get the service. The reason why that is everybody else on planet Earth does not like playing Russian roulette with their health care or their mental health. Okay? Without a full functional behavioral assessment to set that baseline, that's what you're doing. You are literally playing Russian roulette with that particular child's programs. And then you want to sit there and say, but we tried everything and nothing worked? Gee, you think? Because, In reality, where the rest of us live, we understand that there is no one size fits all, not just for autistics, but pretty much every single neurodivergent you hope to meet. You are literally just shoving your kid into random programs and Hail Marying it, as it were, right? You don't know what you're doing when you don't have a baseline. If you do not have a foundation to go off of, how do you even know what program may work and what may not? You don't. You have no idea. You just know this one person told you ABA. This person told you person-centered planning. This person told you DBT. This person, you see where we're going here, folks. Quit with we've tried everything. No, you haven't. Because you did not get that baseline so that you could target and bring forth the best type of programs to best assist in the areas where the child needs help. Okay? That's why we want to know why, from get-go, that a proper full functional behavioral assessment is not being done, because it should be done before you consider any type of program, school, community-based, or otherwise. You don't know what you're doing, okay? And the majority of the rest of the planet Earth like things nice and orderly like, right? We want everything in front of us, the information that we need, so we can best discover together what program seems like it's going to fit those base needs. The fact that the JRC does none of this, and like all ABA, assume that they know the reason and function behind the behavior when they are so blatantly wrong that, I don't know, quit smoking the crack. All right? What else can I say? Let's continue, shall we? This is consistent with what we explained in the proposed rule. At least some parents who withdrew their children from JRC did not report any activity that would indicate that the development of prevention or antecedent strategies, and some reported that the facilities their children attended prior to JRC had not attempted such strategies or even conducted FBAs. Thank you. My point is made. If you want to get your kid in a proper program, school-based or otherwise, you are not going to be able to do that if you do not get that full functional behavioral assessment. I can't understate the importance of getting that done. Because then you're just shoving your kid from this program to that program, and they're just sitting there saying, I don't understand why it's not working. And then JRC, the torture center, swoops in. See where we're going here? But nothing else worked. No duh! Because one size all treatment is pseudoscience as hell. You want to do the real science, you put in the actual work. The actual work should be diagnosis first, full behavioral functional assessment, step number 2. You can't just skip step number 2 and expect that whatever program you throw your poor kid in is going to fix them. That's not how this works. First off, get out of your idea that your kid can be fixed. We're going to be autistic forever. Believe me, I'm pushing 40. I'm still autistic. All right? Let's stop with the nonsense here. For the love of God, I'm tired. We're all tired. All right. Number 2, without a full functional behavioral assessment, how do you know that that particular program would be able to assist your kid with their specific needs? You don't. You have no idea if it's going to work. You are literally, you're up shit creek without a paddle. You are blindly grasping for one program, any program to help your situation, without any clue as to what types of programs would best suit your kids for their particular needs and their particular issues. Okay? So the fact that a good majority of these kids that get shipped off to this place has never had a proper full functional behavioral assessment done. And then the JRC, well, everything else has been tried. It's bullshit. If JRC had actually done what they were supposed to, they would have known what program to use. A program that doesn't involve torture. And you can't sit there and scream at me that nothing else works. Would you have stated in your own words, JRC, nonetheless, that there were people you put on that device that it did not help, so you had to switch to alternative treatment programs that did work? So what that tells me is, A, you have not tried everything. You gave them a week and immediately put them on the torture device. There was no proper full functional behavioral assessment done to see if any other type of program or treatment plan could be come up with to actually meet that particular child's needs. This is what I mean when I say that JRC is cookie cutter. They want to say, no, we guide it to each individual child. No, you don't. You don't. Because you can't. And the reason why they can't, folks, is they've got no baseline to go off of. They're going off of assumptions as to what they think the behavior is about, which is entirely wrong, and then heading straight to the torture model. Okay? It's really that simple. We're going to go ahead and close out on that. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, you know the drill. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to hit those comments. I appreciate your time today. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you again here in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everyone.